Hello everybody and welcome to Elastic Email talk about the upcoming holidays. And by holidays we mean
Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
so this is a very important event in an email world. So we have a few tips for you that will help you with preparing to that event. So Martin, can you start off with the first tip?
Yeah, sure. Those are one of the most important events in the whole industry. So everyone is preparing in advance. Right now, it's sometimes even too late for bigger companies to get properly prepared, but other can still start and can still prepare pretty well. I would like to give you a few tips, and Andre as well will give you a few tips. The first one is check contact lists. Maybe you could tell something more about this.
Yeah, generally contact list is your, biggest treasure, and contact list is your, list of your clients or your recipients, and the contact list needs to be good. You need to have active clients there. Please don't send to the inactive. This is not the time for it. You need to target the active clients so your promotion will get best results.
Yeah. What can you do if you didn't send any mailings in a while and you don't really know if your contact list is any good? What can you do?
We'll touch that topic in one of the next points, but generally you will need to re-engage them. We'll tell you more a bit about it later. Anyway, if you have a good campaign, you need to remove the bad addresses or the addresses that never heard from you from a while and focus on the good ones. The other thing that you should do that is not related to contact list is a technical aspect of sending emails, and this is the IP infrastructure. So if this is not the time for the changes in the IP. If you are using shared IP and you have a good success with it, you should go with it. But if you are using the dedicated IP or private IP, as we call it in Elastic Email, you need to warm it up before the event. So before the Black Friday. So generally speaking, the optimal time is 30 days. So you are just in time to warm up your IPs. And what is warming up is just sending gradually more and more emails to your recipients. Why is that important? Because if you just don't send or send small amount of emails and then spike with the big campaign, the recipient servers will just say, hey, this is suspicious.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be suspicious during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
So you need to build some good reputation for your IP among all the email servers that will receive your mailings. And the next thing is reactivation of old contacts.
Yeah, you speak about it like few moments ago.
Yes.
So if you have like old contact list that you haven't emailed in a while, it's generally good to try to re-engage them. This is the last call for doing that actually. You don't want to re-engage them like a few days before the event. So you need to pick up your contacts that were not active and send them a confirmation campaign like, hey, we are company this and that, and we would like to hear from you. And do you still want to receive emails from us or not? And this is generally, we have a few tutorials how to do that. You can check it out on our website. Anyway, you need to re-engage them right now. And please don't send like your whole list. Just pick up, the contacts that you want to reactivate. Don't send in a big campaign. Just send it like in the small chunks, in the small groups, so you won't end up, destroying your reputation. Old contacts are tricky. Some of them still wants to hear from you, but some of them are just abandoned address, and it's very hard to determine which one is active and which not. So you should do, small steps.
Yeah. The next thing is actually collecting email addresses. Probably you should do that all the time. That's the best way to do this. But if you don't, or for some reason you forgot about it, this is actually a good moment to get new subscribers because you can let them know that you are preparing something really good for them and ask them to subscribe to your newsletter. to receive, for example, a special discount or a sale opportunity or something else, or a little gift maybe, or free shipping. It depends entirely on you and your business. But this is a good moment to collect some more email addresses. Actually, you should do this all the time, but yeah.
But this is like a really busy period, and you can get some very good leads, very good recipients from the upcoming event campaign like Black Friday.
Yeah. Before Black Friday event, you should also do some A/B testings, because this is a great opportunity to, let's say, send few smaller campaigns with 2 or 3 even versions of the same email. You can A/B test your layout. You can A/B test your subject of the email, and even the domain name. You can experiment with that if you have more than one domain, because some of them might have just better reputation or better receive.
Generally speaking, if you are using domain, the domain that is more used to the email link is better, but sometimes, like if you send to the bad campaign earlier, it could reflect that.
Yeah.
In the opens and clicks.
So it's great time for making A/B tests and picking the best performance out of those tests and use them in the proper campaign during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Actually, you should also think about making your business ready for the event. So first of all, you should stock up. You should have all your goods that you are going to sell in the stock ready and waiting. You should buy more of those things that are usually very popular. You should take care about your servers, website servers, because you will have more traffic than usual. It's the event itself, it's like the most important day in the whole month. So you can count for lot more traffic than usual. You can contact your hosting company, ask if you can upgrade for 1 month or something. You can check your dedicated server if it has some free computing power that can be used later. You can check internet connections, many other things. Maybe even buy a second server.
Backup. It's if the first server just run out, you can point your users to the backup server.
Even 5 minutes of downtime on your website will result in significant loss, so it's not worth it. You can have 2 servers with the same website and just switch one for another if something goes wrong. And the things that you should not do, this is also important.
Yeah, so like right now, you should not do the opposite what we tell you. Anyway, so we tell you how to prepare. Yeah, it's now it's time. The last call for the preparing to the event, and like 1 month from that, when you are 1 week before the Black Friday, you shouldn't do any changes. Don't do any technical changes. Don't change your domain. The time for the A/B tests it's now. But like once you finish the testing, stick to the best result. Don't think like, okay, I'm gonna change the subject line now, or I'm gonna change the sender domain right now. No, don't do that. Just use the one that you always used.
Yeah, and don't do huge technical change on your website or somewhere. If you are thinking about changing, I don't know, the payment method or how the sales process works, maybe it's not the best time, because during the time of high traffic, if something goes wrong, you won't be able to react quickly. So it's better to rely on sure services and something that works for sure. So it's better not to experiment during those days.
Yeah, even the layout. Yeah, you don't want your customers to be confused. Like, hey, I don't know this layout. Just stick to your own layout and make changes after this busy period. Other things that you shouldn't do. It's like, don't experiment with your sending list. This is obvious, but don't try to add new addresses. The recently subscribed are okay, but your marketing department says, hey, I have this new list, let's send it to the Black Friday campaign to them. It's not worth it, because this list isn't engaged with you, and it may affect negatively your email results.
Yeah, and marketing wise also, if you have run a few campaigns during the year with different creations, and you are preparing something completely different, completely new for Black Friday, this not always is a good idea. Sometimes it's better to use something that you are sure it will work. So maybe pick something that worked or gave you the best effects and modify this a little bit, but not necessarily, unless you are very sure what you are doing. So not necessarily do something completely different than what you used to do for the rest of the year.
No, Black Friday and Cyber are very important events, and the things that we told you about are, just so you know, just the top of the iceberg. There's a lot of more tips, a lot of new things you can do, even now, right now this is the last call for the testing. But I hope that this video helped you, and Martin, do you have something to add?
Yes, of course. Stay tuned so we can give you some more tips about marketing actions during those days. And also we'll give you some links in the description so you can get help about the topics that we've been just discussing. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube to see more content like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Take care and rock the Black Friday.
See ya.
See you.